Since I started trophy hunting, I have found it to be really enjoyable so far. However, as I was getting familiar with the trophy hunting scene, I noticed players playing some absolutely shocking games. Games I thought could not exist for how low quality they are. They are, of course, the shovelware games. The topic of shovelware platinum trophies has been burning inside me for a wee while now. So, let's discuss. For those who are unfamiliar, here's a quick definition of shovelware games. They are low budget, poor quality games that are purchased by unsuspecting customers. What's strange in the case of trophy hunting is that the customers are not necessarily unsuspecting. Rather, they know they are getting a poor quality game, and it has an absurdly easy platinum trophy. These games are geared towards this particular audience, offering an easy platinum trophy for a couple of quid. Some developers even release multiple versions of the same game and asset flips them. Functions the same, but instead of a burger, it's a taco, or a car and a truck. Yeah, you get my point. They even go as far to charge more for, quote, turbo versions, where you can technically get the platinum faster. No matter how you phrase it, this is borderline predatory practice. It is important to note that even if a cheap game has an easy platinum, it does not necessarily make it a shovelware game. If we think about this idea further, we might encounter some grey areas. For example, should bad games just be called shovelware? For the sake of brevity and avoiding confusion, let's say games that play like this, and this are shovelware games. If you were to compare these games to other, more normal games, you will see they are significantly different in quality and price. I want to address this. While you are not getting much of an experience, you are at least getting a platinum trophy. This line of thought is a dangerous one. You are permitting bare minimum quality games because it included an easy platinum trophy. Thinking like this assumes the position that games themselves have less value than a digital collectible, and it indirectly suggests that players should be complicit in this value proposition. Some would argue that you're not even gaming anymore. Now, I am sure those of you watching see this topic differently, from both sides, for and against. Let me stress this. Play what you want, support what you want, and don't let trophies spoil the fun. Do what makes you happy. I think bringing awareness to these niche games can help others form their own opinions. Let's dive into some ideas. Shovelware games provide a value and a service. Before you get the pitchforks out, let's be very specific here. As trophy hunters, the value that we're talking about is a platinum trophy that you can get within minutes and in some cases seconds. And the service caters to those who want a very easy platinum at a low cost. Again, this is a dangerous thought, but if that is what a player wants, then they will be happy. On the other hand, you can say it provides very little or no game value whatsoever. Yes, it can be said there is an echo of game value in these games, but don't you think at some point when you're staring into an empty husk of a game, it defeats the initial purpose of going for platinums? Many of us got into this hobby in different ways. For instance, you might have started trophy hunting out of love for a particular game, or you're a completionist. If you buy a game, you want to get as much value as possible out of it. This, in turn, is your gaming journey, and it probably didn't start with playing the Jumping Fries Turbo. Shovelware games highlight the need for better games. This can be seen as a double-edged sword. As consumers, when products dupe us, it is within our rights to advocate for better standards. These games, in a weird way, make us better appreciate other games. The bar is set so low for shovelware games that when we return to normalcy, we might have a fresh perspective on a game's quality. The smaller, finer details are more noticeable and grant us a better, fulfilling experience. They swamp the PlayStation Store, making it harder to discover genuine games. Sony has attempted to address the shovelware issue on its store by partially hiding them from store pages. By provoking Sony to consider this, it is a slippery slope for undeserving, genuine games to suffer the same treatment as shovelware games and adds more pressure for independent developers. Depending on how you see this consequence, it can be a good thing or a bad thing. Shovelware games also oversaturate your own profile, making it harder for some to fully appreciate your platinums. An argument can be made that shovelware games are so bad that they're good. It fulfills a twisted desire to play bad games for a laugh. The same can be said for watching B-movie schlock, and I totally get that. However, games like the jumping series require such little input from the player that you question whether it's a video game at all. Frankly, asking players to press or hold X to make a piece of food continuously jump in the same spot is patronizing. Shovelware games and getting their platinums exaggerates a statistical mode of play, not an experiential one. Chasing numbers, climbing leaderboards, in a way, getting platinum trophies has become competitive. You just need to look at the PSN Profiles leaderboard section to get a feel for how many players are prepared to play like this. Heavily focused on keeping up with new shovelware games, the touch and go immediacy of playing so many short games, never giving games a chance to breathe, reflect, and never a moment to be appreciated. This could be seen as a big problem. At the end of the day, guys, you should play what you want to play. You shouldn't feel obligated to chase these easy platinum trophies just to bolster your profile. Have fun with it, experience the games that you want to experience, and just have a great time. I hope this video was helpful for you guys, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.